Whether you're simplifying equations, factoring, or just making your algebraic life easier, this property is your secret weapon. Hello math learners, Hassan here. Today we are diving into the distributive property, which will help us to simplify expressions in a snap. Okay, so here we'll apply the distributive property to the following problems. Now, the distributive property is a fundamental concept in mathematics that describes how multiplication distributes over addition or subtraction. In this case, we'll see how the number which is outside of the parentheses will distribute to the numbers inside of the parentheses. And we do this by the multiplication property. So the first one, we have 9, open parentheses, 4n plus 8, close parentheses. So when you distribute, we basically do 9 times 4n. So 9 times 4n, we just multiply the two constants together. So 9 times 4 is 36. So that is 36n plus 9 times 8, that is 72. That's it. Number 2, we have -7, open parenthesis, 1 plus 2v, close parenthesis. So -7 times 1, that is -7. -7 times 2v, that is -14v. Now we see that we have this plus sign over here. You can write this plus sign first, and then this -7 times 2v, which is -14v. Now we can distribute the two signs. Distribution again means multiplication. So when you do plus times negative, that becomes minus. So -7 minus 14v. And we combine the signs into a single sign. Number 3, we have 6, open parenthesis, 7v plus 8. So 6 times 7v is 42v plus 6 times 8, that is 48. That's it. Number 4, we have 3, open parenthesis, 9p plus 2. So again, when you do the distributive property, 3 times 9p is 27p. You can see that we are just leaving the variable aside. We are not changing the structure of the variable. So the constants are just multiplied together without affecting the variable. And we'll see how the variables will be affected in the properties of exponents topic later on in the course. 3 times 2 is 6. So that is 27p plus 6. Number 5, we have 5, open parenthesis, 10 minus x. So when you do the distributive property, 5 times 10 is 50. Then we have this minus sign right here. Then 5 times x, that is 5x. That's it. Number 6, we have 5 times 6n, that is 30n, plus 5 times 1, which is 5. Number 7, we have -8, open parenthesis, 3a plus 10, close parenthesis. -8 times 3a is -24a. Then we have this plus sign right here. -8 times 10, that is -80. If you do the distributive property of these two signs, -24a plus and negative would turn out to be a minus 80. Number 8, we have 4, open parenthesis, 3 minus 5n. So 4 times 3 is equal to 12 minus 4 times 5n is 20n. Number 9, we have -5, open parenthesis, n plus 7. Here we can see that -5 would distribute to n and 7. So -5 times n is just -5n. You can see that n has a coefficient of 1. So negative 5 times 1 is negative 5, and we just leave the variable as it is. Then we have this plus sign from here, and then we have negative 5 times 7, which is negative 35. If you distribute the signs, we have negative 5n minus 35. Now we can also do this in one shot, which is negative 5 times n is negative 5n, then negative 5 times positive 7 is negative 35. So we can also do it in that way. Number 10, we have 4 open parentheses, r plus 8 close parentheses. So 4 would be distributed to r and 8. So 4 times r is 4r plus 4 times 8 is 32. So this is how we actually apply the distributive property. And now we'll see how to actually apply the distributive property and combine the like terms together. Okay, so here we'll be applying the distributive property. So we'll be distributing each term outside of the parentheses to each term inside the parentheses. So the first one is negative 4, open parenthesis 5 minus 7x, close parenthesis plus 4. So we'll be distributing this negative 4 to 5 and 7x. So we have negative 4 times 5, that is negative 20. So then we have negative 4 times 7x. Remember, if you multiply a constant and a variable with a constant, we just multiply the constants together. So negative 4 times 7, that is negative 28. And we just keep this x at the end. Plus 4. So now we can combine the like terms. Here we can see that these two are the like terms. So negative 20 plus 4, that is negative 16. And here we have minus and negative sign, so that will turn into a plus. So we have plus 28x. So this is how we write our simplified expression. Here we have negative 4r minus, then we multiply this 2 with r. So we have 2r minus 2 times 8, that is 16. Now we need to do the distribution of the negative sign. Earlier we just did the distribution of the number 2. Now we need to do the distribution of the negative sign. So we have negative 4r. Remember, if you distribute the negative sign, every sign inside the parenthesis will reverse. So this 2r will have negative 2r. We can write this as minus 2r, and then this sign will turn into a plus 16. In this case, if you subtract the coefficients, negative 4 minus 2, that is negative 6. Negative 6r plus 16. This is how we simplify this expression. Now let's look at the third problem that we have over here. We have 4 open parentheses n plus 2 close parentheses minus 4. So in this case, we distribute this 4 with n and 2. So 4 times n, that is 4n. And 4 times 2, that is 8. And then we subtract 4. So now if we simplify the like terms, we have the like terms 8 minus 4. So we have 4n plus 4. This is how we simplify this expression. Let's look at number 4 right here. For number 4, we see that we have to distribute this 5. So if we distribute the 5, we get 5 times 5, that is 25. Plus 5 times 6x, that is 30x. Plus 4. We can see that we have 25 and 4 as the like term, so we just add them. So you get 29 plus 30x. Let's look at number 5. In number 5, we have negative 7x minus open parenthesis 3 plus x close parenthesis. Again, in this case, we are distributing this negative sign. So think about this minus sign as a multiplication of negative 1. That's why we multiply everything by negative 1 to change the sign. So if we keep this 1 here, if we keep this 1 visible, we can see that we have negative 7x. Multiply these 3 with negative 1, we get negative 3. Multiply this x with negative 1, we get negative x. So you can see that we have negative 7x minus 3 minus x. So now we can just combine the like terms. We have these two like terms. So remember that any x term has a coefficient of 1 in front. In this case, this one has a negative 1 because of the negative sign. So you just combine this negative 7 and subtract 1. So you can write this as negative 7 subtract 1. And then we can put this x outside of the parentheses, minus 3. So we have negative 8x minus 3. For number 6, we have negative 4, open parenthesis, m plus 8, close parenthesis, plus m. So we can distribute this 4 first. We get negative, if we distribute the 4, we get 4m plus 32 plus m. Now if we do distribute the negative sign, we have negative 4m, and then this plus will turn into a minus 32 plus m. So see the strategy here. You can distribute the negative 4 all together. So you can do negative 4 times m, that is negative 4m, negative 4 times 8, that is negative 32. So we can distribute one step at a time, or you can distribute the number and the sign together. Now we have this negative 4m and m as the like terms. So you can just add them. We have negative 4. Remember, any variable having nothing in front means it has a coefficient of 1. So negative 4 plus 1 m minus 32. So we have negative 3m minus 32. Let's look at number 7. We have 1 plus 2 open parenthesis 8 minus 3k. So you can do 1 plus, distribute this 2 with 8. So we have 16. Distribute this 2 with 3k. We have 6k. Now add these like terms. 1 plus 16, that is 17 minus 6k. Number 8, we have negative 2 plus 8 open parenthesis 3 plus 4n close parenthesis. Now we need to distribute the 8. So we have 8 times 3, that is 24, plus 8 times 4n, that is 32n. In this case, we have negative 2 plus 24, that is 22 plus 32n. Okay, so in this video, we covered how distributive property works and applies to simplify expressions. That's it for this video. Keep practicing the distributive property magic, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, let's get to study.